Chase Lee Hockey, Blue Futon. Out of the digital world, we have the 2017 version, Vikram Vedha. Just like Hit, the first case, how there was one came out in 2022 and 2020, this has a remake that came out this year. But like I said, this is a 2017 version. Did I like it? Roll the intro. So Vikram Vedha, what's about? Pretty simple premise. Cops, gangsters. The cops are the good guys. However, they are willing to kill people and change evidence to get their way. And we have this gangster who's apparently killed 16 people, even though his personality really doesn't show or feel like he's a killer of killing 16 people. But that is neither here or there. Did I like this film? Something about this film didn't click for me as well as other films in this genre. However, I'll give the positives of the movie first. So to me, the positives of the movie is the acting, the groundedness, as well as the action. So let's talk about the acting. I think the acting is very grounded for all the people in this film. They could have gone bombastic with this film and just gone apeshit crazy. They decided to keep it a little bit level-headed, and I did enjoy that for what this movie was trying to say. As well as the action. When the action was on the screen, just like the acting, it was grounded and level-headed. Yeah, you could have done some crazy shit like they do in a lot of these other gangster cop movies, like bombastic, like 2x4 to the face and they go flying. But this one decides to keep it on the ground level of acting and action, and I did enjoy that. Also, I like the family dynamic between the husband and wife of Vikram. Vikram is the cop going after Vedha. However, his lawyer is the wife of the cop. I did enjoy that aspect of like, are they actually going to stay married? Are they actually going to have fights all the time? Will they actually work this out? And I think adding that adds an element of surprise as well as tension to the story. And I do think the story as a whole works with who the bad guys are and the good guys and how you're supposed to figure out who's backstabbing who and who is the good cops, who's the bad cops, who's good gangsters, who the bad gangsters. So I think this story does keep the viewers on its toes. However, with the negative of the film, something just didn't click as a movie as a whole. It's hard for me to say. Is it the interesting singing montages that just feel out of place? Is it the actor that plays Vedha as well as his backstory of me just not believing he's a killer that killed 16 people, especially when he's talking about his brother, his brother's girlfriend, and what he has to do to go in the ranks, because it's all like lovey-dovey, not lovey-dovey, but almost family-friendly of what he's doing to get through the ranks. Yeah, it is serious to a fault, but nothing was just gritty to say, you know what, this guy is truly a messed up gangster. And I think that is the biggest fault with the film, is you understand who are fighting and who's supposed to win this battle. However, just seeing the cop and the gangster, it's hard for me, the gangster, to feel like he's this really, really bad dude. Like, you get the montages and some backstory of like 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, and how he decided to get this cop involved, of why he came out of shadow for being known by the cops and needed to be caught for quite some time. I don't know. That just level of, I didn't believe it. And I think that what took me out of the film, of just knowing and seeing this gangster and just saying, can I see this guy doing the madman that he really is? And this movie really doesn't show it. And then the tonal shifts of like the gunplay and the comedy and the action, the seriousness, some of it just feels off, as well as the musical score with this film. So overall, Vikram Vedha, it's an okay film. I was expecting a little bit more, especially with the synopsis on Amazon Prime. But after watching the film and just going through the 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'm like, it gave me some feeling, but I wanted a lot more from this film. So Vikram Vedha will receive a 3 out of 5 with Futon, so equals at 60%. So the critics' news scores gave this one. So there's no critics at all for this one, and we have an audience score 83% with fewer than 50, no critic consensus. So I feel like this review is really awkward for me. There's going to be a lot of cuts in this one. Don't know what happened. Sometimes you just do these reviews and sometimes you're like, you know what? I don't know what to say, and it is my fault if this is not a good review for you guys. and that is my apology to you. So 6083, Chase out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think is Buftontopia. You Buftoners, thank you for watching. Have a great day. And I think what was hard for me to talk about this film is I knew what I liked. I knew when the movie was done, I'm like, what am I missing? Why am I not liking it as well as I should? And so it's one of those films where you watch it and you go, why did it not connect with me? And I think this is one of them. And it's going to be hard for me to explain. Help me explain. Help me go in my brain. Because I can't even figure out what's in this noodle head.